I'm sure there's a lot of guys like this, but I'm totally obsessed. I probably ignore most of my responsibilities so that I can train as much as I do, but I train 7 days a week. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I'm in here as often as I possibly can be. I go to Austin for open mats. I kind of have like a 9 to 5 situation. I'm a journalist, so I cover local news. I write, let's say 3 stories a day. We have like a little community magazine in Marble Falls that I write for. So I've kind of this desk job, but then I'm running around interviewing people, writing stories, taking pictures. I get off work and then I come in here for, 2 hours and, go crazy. I live about 45 minutes from town. So I live in a town called Llano, way out, farther out in the country anyway. And it's a big commitment for me to be here, but I love it so much that, and my fiance totally supports me. My family is probably sick of me talking about jiu-jitsu, but they accept it at this point. I don't have a style yet. I don't think I've been training long enough to have a true style like guys who really develop the game. But I've learned a lot from very different guys. Like our black belt Mario Fonseca is a top playing Fight Factory black belt who's very, top dominant. We have a brown belt Jesse who's like has a very strong core game that he sticks to, that I've learned a lot from, of just kind of crushing people, pressure, whatever. And then I learned a lot watching stuff online. So it's just this cobbled together thing of like, I'm sure a lot of guys right now are in the same boat as me, of you're just super inspired by stuff online, but then you have your professors or your coaches or whoever who are feeding you the game they've earned. So mostly I'm trying to have fun, and I don't care about getting caught in things, really. I sometimes let people take my back or take me down or get to my, to a rear body lock or something, because it's fun to get out of or see what I can do from there. And in training especially, I feel like I'm just pretty much here to have a good time, experiment, try things out. And then when I compete, I'm a little more intense, like I'm going to kill you, So I guess I'm trying to have fun, like maybe like a monkey style. I like to just mess around and see what happens. Oh man, I just appreciate the opportunity to go out to Denver. I think every guy has this dream of traveling to far off lands to do battle and bring back loot or glory to their village. And I'm just grateful for that. And obviously the Triple Threat team, has given me so much, been there for me, and just thank you. I've started to reach out to everybody. After Denver, I have something, the Texas Grappling Series, which is kind of a newer promotion out of Texas Top Team that I've competed for before, and I'm excited to go back out there and do it again. It's like a round robin. You get $250 if you win. But I'm just trying to compete as much as I can, learn as much as I can, with sort of the ultimate goal of being somebody worth learning from someday.
I love training with Isaiah. It's always, he's one of those guys that like even week to week, you see that growth happen, and you see like not only his excitement level continue to grow about the sport, but just his ability to execute and put a game plan into action it's so much fun to watch that. And so we're always excited to see Isaiah compete, not only selfishly because we know it means we're going to get some killer rounds in the gym, but also because we get to see kind of that output of that training in almost real time. My name is Dan Ries. I train at Iron Roots Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I'm one of the co-owners there. I've been training since 2008. So I think that's like 16 years at this point. Kind of crazy. I'm a black belt under the Flavio Bearing Association.
Our first inning above the line, our first 3 rounds are facilitated. We're just warming up our bodies, we're going to move a little bit. Everything below the line, we're going oppositional.
So Isaiah came to us from, he'd actually trained at 2 other schools previously to coming to Iron Roots. He'd trained at both a more traditional old school gi-oriented school and then a more new school, no-gi oriented school, and kind of came to us to find kind of balance of the two, because he really enjoyed gi. At the time at the no-gi school, it wasn't getting almost any gi. So we were kind of a good balance of doing both of those. But when he came to us, Isaiah wasn't huge into competing. And I think seeing some of the other competitors at our school, it kind of lit a fire in him. And as he decided to start competing, he got really aggressive for a while. There was a little bit there where he was competing essentially every month for almost a year. And in that process, I think he found this kind of feedback loop of accountability of he would go to a tournament with a plan, he would see how it worked, he would see where it fell apart, we'd come back, we'd workshop before the next tournament a few weeks later. And it's kind of that iterative process started showing results very quickly. And there's a handful of his core skills that have just exploded over the course of that competitive streak. His guard play got way more dangerous. And recently, his stand has been kind of incorporating some of the same grip cycling and grip fighting sequences he's been playing on the ground to the feet, and suddenly finding a lot better angles, suddenly finding a lot better entries into the legs. So just, I think that kind of finding that competitive rhythm that was beneficial to him helped him grow a ton. And there's also he's taken some downtime off of that, because you can really only maintain that pace for so long without the mental exhaustion as well as getting physically beaten up. So he's actually just coming back off of kind of a break, but these last couple of months he's really picked it back up in preparation for this event and some other things. So we're really excited to see that.
I just love jiu-jitsu. I love competing. I'm might be a little addicted to competing. I competed a lot at the beginning of the year, took a little bit of time off, but I feel like I'm always down to compete. This competition is going to have a lot of higher belts, and I'm ready for it. We'll see how it goes, and I'm looking forward to to performing, I guess. My name's Isaiah Moss. I train at Iron Roots, and I'm a blue belt. Been training for almost 3 years now. Our competition classes are, I think, really good. We do an hour of positional training, and I think it's really good to isolate not just the position, but also what your goals are. So sometimes we'll do mount, and your only goal from mount is to hold mount. So that gives the person that's defending a chance to feel what it's like, somebody not even trying to submit you, just hold mount. So it gives you a lot of different scenario combinations. I think I would put my game into words as it's kind of always changing. I don't think I've really locked down what I really enjoy doing yet. I think I've found the most success with playing guard, but then I'll have some good matches with standing. So it's I feel like it's just a evolving process for me right now. As far as what I have coming up next, I have Nogi Worlds in December in Vegas, and after that, I'm going to start competing as much as I can at the beginning of the year. That seems to be when there's a lot of tournament opportunities, is first half of the year.
This is like my typical Sunday. It's just rolling. I really I don't specifically train for anything. I just roll. It's really just like my lifestyle. I just come in and I roll. It's my everyday thing. It's a pretty normal day for me. My name is Gavin Whitley. I'm 17. I'm currently training at Revolver Jiu Jitsu in Gunbarrel City, Texas. For me, I feel like I'm more of an all-around kind of guy. I can play from top when I have to. Normally, I'll play from bottom. It's my go-to, just because I'm more comfortable from bottom. I like putting myself in bad positions. I feel like I get more out of it in bad positions too during training. I feel like training from a bad position helps me kind of grow my jiu-jitsu game, kind of expand a little bit. I can play from top, and I used to be a top player, and I was like, all right, this guard and leg lock stuff's kind of fun. I'm going to try it out for a little bit, and I like it more. I feel like it looks fancy.
Gavin's my best training partner. I learn from him every day. There's nothing that he doesn't show me. Kind of a headache, to be honest with you. If I got him in the sub, he's just sitting there eating in my face, and he's a good training partner.
All our guys are mostly the same. They're all kind of tough country dudes, or they're all just tough dudes. I feel like, I don't know, my professor says I'm not real smart, but I'm tough. I'm not really smart about my game. I don't listen, but I get it done. I kind of adapt to who I'm rolling with. Watching me compete, you're gonna see me get taken into a bad position. You're gonna be like, oh, it's over. The other dude won. I end up pulling something that you've never seen out, and I'll just get a submission out of nowhere. But like I said, I don't really know submissions. I just roll, and whatever I get, I get. So